So today I was on YouTube just doing my own thing, and I come up on a specific clip with President Donald Trump at one of his press briefings talking about the coronavirus, his new possible new tough restrictions, extension of the travel ban, and whatnot. And this specific clip, there were two reasons that this specific clip kind of infuriated me. The first is because it was Jim Acosta who was asking the president. As we already know, Jim Acosta has been very self-righteous and tries to upstage the president multiple times, tries to interrupt him, tries to make everything into a big show just so that that way he can get some public attention on himself. And that's what I really hate about the guy. Number two is specifically what he said with what he asked President Donald Trump on the coronavirus. What do you say to Americans who believe you got this wrong? The reason why this infuriated me was because President Donald Trump is not the one who has been getting this wrong. It's the mainstream media. Because the mainstream media, due to how negative they are against the president, and they have been against him from the start, even before the coronavirus, and even after the coronavirus, even during the coronavirus crisis, they're still against him. They're constantly trying to attack him, saying that he's not doing enough. So I'm sorry, it's kind of funny. I even listed out as many things as I could from the top of my head on what President Donald Trump has been doing for the last 3 months. And what to deal with the coronavirus. Here's the list right here. First, he closed borders with China. He did this in late January. Then he closed up travel with Europe and with Canada and Mexico. Then he established a task force with Dr. Fauci as part of said task force so that he could get some medical information about the coronavirus and possible treatments, such as chloroquine, which has been talking about right now. That's according to some studies, like from France, has been showing possibly that could be a treatment. Although that's not a stated fact at this point. There's still going to need some more research and study as a result. But nonetheless, he's trying to work with governors in order to deal with this situation, trying to give them financial aid, medical aid whenever possible in order to deal with this virus. He's even talking to Andrew Cuomo to try to deal with the situation within his own state, which is New York, by the way. He has gone so far as to activate the National Guard as a result of this crisis. He's passed a stimulus package, which is $2 trillion, by the way, in the hope to try to reinvigorate the economy and try to get Americans to have some money so as to have some confidence to prevent a possible recession. I mean, after all, this virus and the resulting stagnation of businesses and the layoffs has obviously it's going to be shown pretty much. I wouldn't be surprised if unemployment went up, but nonetheless, Donald Trump is trying to do something in order to try to maintain as much confidence in the American economy as possible. He has authorized a Defense Production Act in order to prioritize production and distribution of medical products across the United States. He's trying to give that out to many hospitals and clinics as possible. He's trying to do that. He's passed the Right to Try Act. Now, this specific act was actually passed, I think, a year or two ago. So, while it did not occur at this point in time, its effects are still being felt because now people are being allowed to try new medical treatments, such as, like I said before, chloroquine, to hopefully deal with it, to hopefully combat this virus. And and it will help doctors so that way they would gain data. And finally, he's declared this a national emergency. His declaration of the coronavirus issue as a national emergency allows him to support the efforts of states and give them financial and medical relief as a result. And now I hear Jim Acosta say, "What do you say? Do you say to Americans who believe you got this wrong?" And this is not just Jim Acosta that I'm having an issue with. It's the mainstream media thinking that he's downplaying this virus, even though, as I stated, I listed, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 things from the top of my head of what he's been doing. And yet they're saying that they're downplaying the situation. It really pisses me off. Because, again, like I said before, they're the ones who have been downplaying this situation. When Donald Trump decided to implement a travel ban against China in late January, many news outlets have called him xenophobic. Even presidential candidate Joe Biden went so far as to call this, like I said before, xenophobic. And as time goes on, Donald Trump has been proven correct that the travel ban needed to be reinstated. And probably, if the travel ban wasn't instated, it would have been far worse. There would have been probably far more infections than there are right now. Of course, I wish that he did it sooner, but nonetheless, he did act on it before before even this was considered a pandemic. And of course, here's another thing that the mainstream media has been downplaying with this virus. They have said that the flu is far worse, despite the fact that Dr. Fauci, who, like I said before, is part of the coronavirus task force, has said that the coronavirus itself is worse than the common flu because of the ability to track the common flu with seasons and the ability of our medical equipment to understand the common flu. And that's another thing that I would like to also say, because the mainstream media has been trying to twist Dr. Fauci's statements in a way that makes everyday Americans think that Dr. Fauci is somehow opposed to President Donald Trump, despite the fact that he actually praised the travel ban and actually wished something like that would have happened to Italy. And the only thing that I would say that he's in disagreement with President Donald Trump is in terms of the chloroquine and the promises it has. He's been saying that it needs more study. To an extent, I agree with him. But still, the mainstream media has been trying to twist that guy's words in order to score political points against President Donald Trump. There's just so many stupid things, like denouncing President Donald Trump for calling this the Chinese virus or the Wuhan virus, even though before that is what the mainstream media actually did. They called this the Wuhan coronavirus or the Wuhan virus or the Chinese virus, whatever the hell you guys want to call it. And yet when President Donald Trump says the exact same thing, they completely denounce him and say that this is somehow racist or something like that. You cannot please these people. You cannot. And what's with the issue with trying not attacking China, because they're the ones who have actually caused this mess in the first place. More specifically, the Chinese Communist Party. They did not develop good medical technology, and they did not report on the issue of the coronavirus. Hell, there's still issue with the claimed numbers of the infection rate currently in in China, because they haven't been a lot of people are thinking that the Chinese government is intentionally not reporting on infections, probably just to save face. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of communist countries did that in the past. Take a look at the Soviet Union with Chernobyl. Its official death rate of what occurred in Chernobyl is 31, even though everyone pretty much knows that's in the thousands. And that was the case of Chernobyl with the Soviet Union. I would not be surprised if the Chinese Communist government is doing the exact same thing in the case of the coronavirus. This infuriates me to no end. Because all it is just attacking President Donald Trump no matter what. No matter what he does, he is wrong. Even if it's right, he is wrong. That's what annoys me to no end. That's why these people cannot be pleased. At least until President Donald Trump suddenly leaves office. They would probably be pleased with that. I wouldn't be surprised with that. So when Jim Acosta said specifically, what do you say to Americans who believe you got this wrong? I say, look at the mainstream media. They're the ones who downplayed this before President Donald Trump did. Or he never didn't really do. And he's trying to keep the entire country calm in this situation, trying to prevent a mass panic. What do you want him to do? I said before, he's done so many things. He's tried to close borders. He's established a task force. He's activated the National Guard. He's trying to get the FDA to do more experiments with the drug. Trying to use the right to try act. They authorized the Defense Production Act. He's even declared it a national emergency. So mainstream media and Jim Acosta. He's done a lot of these things in order to help with this situation with the coronavirus in this country. What's your excuse? Because you're the ones who are not really helping out the situation at all. All you're doing is just trying to blame Donald Trump, because that's all you've been doing from the very beginning. And in all honesty, it's really shameful. This is just going to cause more problems, and it's probably going to be worse because of what you guys have been doing. I hope you guys will understand that in the future. But apparently, all you're interested in is attacking Donald Trump, no matter the case. I really hope that the coronavirus issue does end very soon, and hopefully, and I'm pretty sure that Donald Trump's policies, despite what the media has been saying, will definitely be vindicated in the future. My name is Dominion on the Arc Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, and share with your friends. Also, if you have any issues regarding how I make my videos, such as how I frame them, how I speak, any suggestions of improvement, or subjects you want me to talk about, please post them down in the comment section down below, or directly message me. Also, make sure you hit that bell down near the subscription. Thank you.